So this is Dorado at his first recognized show at Stableview. And he was a very good boy, considering I had 5 horses running here. So it was a bit of a busy schedule. And so we had a little bit of a interesting warm-up, as far as it was a bit of a Dorado having a Dorado moments the whole time. But a couple of bucks during that warm-up, but then he settled down right before I went in the ring, so that was good. So you see he's still a little bit up and down on the contact. I am riding him in the jumping saddle, which in dressage, which is totally fine at the lower levels. It's what he's most comfortable in, and so I believe what you do what your horse is most comfortable with. So right there I asked for the canter. He still likes to pick up the left lead. He's a little left-handed. So no worries. Popped him back down to the trot. Picked up the canter. Now we asked for the trot transition. Again, I'm just really happy that we're not bucking. So he's doing a good job staying in the ring. With the young horses in the beginning, expectations aren't very high. So I'm really just wanting them to be nice and settled, staying in the ring. And that was a good little test right there to see if he was going to have a pony moment and try and leave, but he didn't. He did good. Working on our circle. That was a nice canter transition. He has a lovely canter. And I'm just trying to be nice and soft. And we're going to lose a little bit of points because he's chewing on the bit a little bit. And again, the connection is kind of up and down. But when he's steady, it's right there. The picture makes a nice picture, and he scores really well. And that's just furthering in the training. We do our walk transition. He did that really well. So now I'm working on the free walk. I give him a little bit of a pat. He can sometimes get a little nervous in the walk, and he just wants to do a little bit of a jig. So oftentimes what I'll do with the young horses when they do that, I'll just give them a pat, kind of pretend like we're done. Generally, they'll take a deep breath, and it will keep from having that little jig, which he tried to do right there. But we don't trot until M. So I'm trying to push him into the corners, but he's wanting to fall in a little bit. There we pick up the trot. And we're almost done.
Elisa's in there, you follow her. Oh, okay.
Turn down the center line. He stays pretty straight. Overall, I was really happy with how he did.
Go ahead and circle the ring.
You know, he did a good job staying in the ring, trying to stay on my aids for the most part. I was very proud of him. So now this is Dorado's show jump. And this show jump course is actually pretty spooky. It was getting a lot of horses. So I was really proud of how he walked in there. He's gotten very brave and confident. And he's learned that if I ask him to go, he'll give me a good try. So head to the first fence. Again, he backed off a little bit there, but that's okay. I'm going to make sure I stay behind him, keep my hands wide. And again, this is a lot for the young horses to look at. There's lots of colors. And it's okay if they get wiggly. You'll see my hands will get wider, and I keep my leg on, so he stays going forward. That one he jumped very good out of stride. He has a little bit of a unique jump style where he kind of hangs his front knees a little bit, but he jumps really good behind. So that's just a little bit of practicing the technique. And that's okay. He took that rail. We got a little wiggly there. Jumped that one good. So again, he's being very good. Going past the cars. This is a big kind of atmosphere. Jumps that blue ox are nice. And I come to this vertical and I kind of ride to the miss a little bit. So we took that rail. And then we come to our last line. Now he's settling. Jumps the last fence really good, and I was very proud of him. He did a really good job. He does really enjoy jumping, so you can see he's pretty happy. He's pretty proud of himself. So now we headed to cross country. He's a very good boy, patiently waiting to go to the start box. This is pretty much his favorite part. He really enjoys the cross country. So this is his first recognized show, and he actually did really well with all the jump judges and the people around. That's a lot for two of the young horses. Sometimes you'll get spooks at that. But he was pretty good at cantering right past that, no problem. He did really good jumping over the little house. I had a lot of fun on this course with him. He was really listening to me and was being very honest and brave. When we come along, he really started to jump things nicely out of stride. And I was just having a good old fun time. It really was fun, like going around this cross-country course on him. Looking towards the next fence. Trying to make sure I stay back with my shoulder. Make sure he has the confidence. Coming to this is a decent sized table for beginner novice, and he just pinged right over it. Very good. And again, he did really well handling all the cars and people walking on the course. He really wasn't too fazed by that. He really started to get into a nice groove. So now I'm coming into the open field up top, and he pings right over the ditch, which I was very proud of him about. He jumps that great, and now I'm coming to the jump that I made a mistake at. So I kind of got a little too lackadaisical about this, and I should have stayed back with my shoulders a little bit over my hip. And you can see there, he just kind of took a peek at it and dropped left. And I should have stayed back, and I could have pressed him forward, but because I stayed a little bit more over my shoulders, unfortunately had the little run out there. But as you can see, he came right around and really wasn't an issue for him. So we come into the water. A little slow to go into the water, but then once he figured it out, it was really good. You can see there's lots of people up there. I stay back behind him for this last fence. Coming again to the last one, stay behind. So again, one of those mistakes that I made, which is unfortunate because that gave him a 20 on cross country, but overall he did really good, really proud of him. He completed and had a really good experience at Stable View.